Let's begin on our backs. If that honors you, you're welcome to begin in a seated posture or in child's pose if you would prefer. But we're going to try to build in some block work and strap work. We can just begin on the back if you like. I would have the knees bent and the soles of the feet grounded, and then your arms might come to the body or they might come to the sides, right, at whatever angle, whatever variation feels best for you. You might close your eyes and just begin to direct your attention into your physical body, noticing how you feel today. And some days we come into our bodies and we realize how contracted we are and how much tension and stress we might be carrying in our neck and our jaw and our shoulders. And just by bringing awareness to the tension, we can ease it, we can relax it and soften the tension. And then we can breathe the body, right? Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, slowing the breath down, right? Deep breaths in that are expansive, equal or longer breaths out that are almost cleansing, kind of cleansing the body of stress and tension. And we breathe in, we bring in oxygen as well as prana, the life force energy. We pull it in, and as we exhale, we want the exhales to be equal, maybe a little longer, and turning off any contraction you might find in the face, the jaw, the shoulders, or maybe in the heart space, or the belly space, or the back space, or maybe there's tension in other places within your body. And let's take a couple more breaths here, feeling into you, reconnecting to yourself, breathing the body intentionally to help relax the body and also the mind, and bringing coherence back to the mind, the body, and the heart. And you can take your last breath here. If it feels okay, keeping your head grounded, take a gentle turn of your chin from one side and then over to the other side. Just feeling the stretch. You can do that a few more times. Feel the stretch in your neck and maybe down into your collarbone or your chest or upper back, and just kind of feeling how things are connected. So you gently turn the chin side to side. This also helps to floss some fascia buildup that builds up between the tendons and the neck. Good, and we can come back to center and just resting the chin towards the sky. Take one more breath in the center, feeling the energy maybe radiating through the neck space or down into the torso or up into the head space. Good, and let's add in some arm movement. You can bring your hands down by your hips, palms facing the ground. And as you inhale, let's reach the arms up overhead. Backs of the hands can touch the ground above you if it feels good in your shoulder. And as you exhale, you can gently bring your hands back down by your hips, smoothly and slowly. And again, the in-breath, we reach the arms up overhead. And again, you might feel a stretch in your shoulder or maybe under your armpit or down into the side body or the front or the back of your body. As you exhale, just gently bring the hands back down by your hips. Good. Last one on your own. You want to keep your inhales nice and full, and the exhales we want to be equal in length or maybe a little bit longer exhale. We don't want the exhale to be shorter. Good. This next one, we'll reach the arms up overhead and we'll rest the arms overhead in some variation. It might be to bend your elbows a little bit or a lot. It might feel better to bend the elbows a lot, or maybe even you have your arms shoulder height, but you want to rest your arms so that you're stretching and opening into the chest and the armpits and the side body, the upper back, right? But also still being safe and relaxing, right? So you're not tense and straining, and then breathing in intentionally through your nose. Breathing out and intentionally relaxing any contraction, right? Maybe the face or the jaw, or maybe the belly, or maybe the feet, right? Who knows where? Your job is to just stay within your body and feel, right? And breathe it intentionally. Turn off contraction wherever it may be found. Allow the muscles to relax. Good. We can take our last full breath in and out here. And when you feel ready, maybe bending one arm in and then the other arm in. We'll just bring the hands back down, maybe to your body or to your sides, but bring them back down, not overhead anymore. Just take a moment to feel the energy in your arms, your shoulders, into the torso, maybe the head space. And then we'll do some apanasana. So let's bring the hands to your kneecaps, holding your knees. And with an in-breath, we'll straighten the arms and take the knees away a little bit. And as you breathe out, we can bend the elbows and bring the knees back in towards you. And this shifts our awareness down towards the hips. As you inhale, your pelvis might tilt and the knees move away. And as you exhale and bring the knees back, Right? Your pelvis might tilt and kind of round like the cat. Right? As you inhale, the knees move away. Your lower back might arch some, maybe not. And as you exhale, your lower back might ground more as you bring your knees back towards the chest. Good. Last one on your own. Try to keep the face relaxed and the feet relaxed and all the different parts that don't need to be contracted. We want them to be relaxed. You can finish your exhale. And then just gently rest, feet to the ground, arms maybe to the body or to the sides, and just a moment to feel the different new sensations. We're in a constant state of change, right, internally, and we just want to kind of feel and open up to this change within us and around us. And let's gently sway the knees side to side. You might want to take your feet a little bit wider, but we're going to just gently sway the knees side to side, feeling the pelvis rock, and you might have a stretch on the outside or the inside of the legs. You might feel a stretch move into the back or the front of you or the side of you. And you might even feel it all the way up into your shoulder, your arms as you move. We're just kind of spreading our attention out through the body and opening up to different feels throughout us. Also, this mobility helps to flush out toxins, right? A lot of lymph nodes in the groin, so just kind of opening up, stretching, and flushing things out. Good, and then let's come back to the center, knees to the center, and let's bring the knees into the chest for a moment, and we'll find happy baby pose. So knees will come wider than your torso, feet towards the sky, and you might hold your feet or your ankles or your calves or your knees, but let's add in just a little bit of mobility here. Gentle lean from one side, maybe turning the chin the same direction or opposite direction, and just allowing this mobility and sort of organic or somatic movement here. You can come back to center when you're ready, and we can just gently ground the feet and let your arms rest wherever is comfortable for you. And take a moment to again feel inside of you. Might close your eyes and just spread your attention out. Right? Lots of different sensations shifting and moving about within you. Good, and then let's bring our knees to our chest. A little bit of massage again, maybe circling or rocking your knees side to side. You might keep the knees together or maybe work them independently. But take maybe 2 more breaths, just massaging into the back. And we'll be moving into a table next. So you can take your time, and you might roll to your side or rock and roll up. But we'll come to hands and knees. And we'll get aligned with the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. And we'll do some cat-cow breaths here, where we inhale, lower the belly, lift the head and tailbone. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, squeeze the belly, lift the back. Again, inhale. This lengthens the front. So you may feel a stretch in the belly, the chest, or the throat. As you exhale, this lengthens the back. So maybe low back, middle back, upper back, or neck. Good. Again, on your own, you might close your eyes. Right, spread your attention evenly through your body. Feel all the parts working together. Good. And as you feel ready, we can come into child's pose. You can take a few moments to get there and get situated there. You can adjust things so that child's pose feels best for you. Right. And there's no right or specific way to do a pose. Right? You can kind of make little tweaks that honor our personal bodies and ourselves. So adjusting so that you're most comfortable, relaxing the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the torso, relaxing the arms, the legs, and breathing intentionally. Maybe discovering a new sensation or a sensation in a new place. As you breathe in, and maybe as you exhale, you can relax into that place. And you can take your last deep breath here. And then we can make our way up into our tables. You can take a moment to find alignment in your wrists and your feet, and then from here, let's find downward dog. So we'll tuck the toes, lift the knees. Okay. Let's take a full breath in and out. You might like to sway or the hip side to side or bend a knee and then the other knee. And then we'll move into a forward fold, walking the feet towards the top of the mat. And we'll come into ragdoll. So bend the knees a little bit, cross your hands to your elbows. Let the head drop, the elbows hang towards the ground. And you might like stillness here, or maybe a gentle sway or twist. Sometimes turning the chin gently side to side is useful as well. But do what honors you. Take your last full breath here in this fold. And we'll roll up to stand nice and slowly. And rounding up, stretching the low back, stretching into the middle back, the upper back, as well as stretching into your neck. And once you arrive at the top, just take a few moments for yourself. You might like stillness or movement, but we want introspection, kind of coming inwards and feeling within ourselves. Good, and let's do, just inhale, reach your arms up to the sky and bring your hands down through heart center as you exhale. We'll do a few more of these, and if it feels okay, you can take your hands back and up as you inhale, opening the shoulders a bit, and as you exhale, the hands come down through heart center. And again, as you inhale, we reach the arms up, maybe lift the heart, lift the chin. Exhale as you bring your hands down through heart center, maybe lower the chin. Good, last one. Deep in-breath, and then exhaling, bringing the hands down through heart center, and then you can just let your hands fall to the sides. Take a moment feeling the energy in your shoulders and the neck, maybe the fingers, but also feeling into the rest of the body, the legs. Feel the soles of the feet grounded into the earth. This time as we inhale, we'll reach the arms up to the sky. Forward fold as you exhale. You might bend your knees a little as you go down. We'll lift up halfway with the in-breath. We want a flat back here. And then fold again as you exhale. We want a flat back to stand all the way up as you breathe in. Reach the arms up. Hands down through heart center as you exhale. One more like that. As you inhale, reach the arms overhead. Forward fold as you exhale. Lifting halfway up as you breathe in. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to stand, reach the arms to the sky. Hands to your heart as you exhale. And again, we'll pause. You might close your eyes. You might keep your hands to your heart or let them come to your sides, but come inwards. I notice how you feel different here. And with your in-breath, lift the arms up to the sky. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. This time bend your knees, bring your hands to the ground as you exhale. Step back to plank as you breathe in and stay in plank with your exhale. We'll take 2 more breaths in through your nose. Breathe out through the nose. Good, last breath in. And then you can lower down with the exhale. Either cobra or upward dog as you inhale, lifting head and shoulders. And then pressing back to downward dog with your exhale. And we'll stay here, just 1 breath in. Maybe open the mouth as you exhale. Good, and then we can bring the knees to the mat with the in-breath. Let's find child's pose. Exhaling, again, getting comfortable. Adjusting the knees, the arms, the feet, the head, right, so that you feel supported and by the ground. Try to turn off contraction. I'm going to try to breathe in and out through the nose again. Right, deep breaths in, equal or longer breaths out through your nose. And maybe another breath or 2 more here in your child's pose. And slowing the breath down. Good, and then let's add in a lateral stretch. Walk your hands to your left, opening up your right side. And it might feel good to adjust your head or maybe bend your elbows a little or a lot so that you can relax your arms a bit. And then your in-breath will help open the right side up, lengthening, in the armpit or under the ribs or maybe the back or the front. And as you exhale, we want to relax, right? Turn off contraction wherever it may be found. You can take another breath here on the side. And when you feel ready, you can walk your hands through center. You might find stillness in the center. Sometimes I like a little sway or rock side to side, shifting the shoulders, the hips, massaging the forehead. But when you feel ready, we can switch sides, walking the hands to the right. This will open the left side of the body, and you might adjust things, right, so that you feel relaxed, right, not tense in your arms, but relax the arms, right, try to rest the forehead, maybe even to an arm. Right, and then you try to breathe in intentionally and open and stretch the ribs, between the ribs, stretching the muscles, stretching the tendons, stretching the fascia, right, as you inhale. And as you exhale, we relax, try to turn off contraction wherever it may be found. As you feel ready, you can make your way back to center. Again, you might prefer stillness or a little bit of movement here in the center. And whenever you're ready, we'll make our way back to downward dog. So you might take a moment to come into table, find your alignment, maybe a wiggle, and we'll meet in our downward dog. And once you're in downward dog, take a moment to be there. Maybe you might like to pedal the feet, or maybe you prefer stillness or just something else. Good. But again, let's come to the center. Let's inhale in downward dog. Bring your feet to the top of the mat as you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold with the exhale. Come to stand, reach the arms up as you breathe in, hands to your heart with your exhale. And stay here, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. So let's turn sideways. I'm gonna work with warrior two. So you guys, you can even just turn, in a way that can face me, but we'll do our right side first. So you would step left foot back. You want your right toes, I'm going to face you guys. Right toes face the front of the mat, left toes face the side. You want hips and shoulders to face the wide side of the mat. Right knee bends, arms come out to shoulder height. And as you inhale, straighten your right leg, lift both arms up. And then exhale, right knee bends, hands come to shoulder height. And we'll do 2 more times. Maybe close your eyes if you like, you don't have to. But we want to spread our attention evenly through the whole body. And as you inhale, the right leg straightens, both arms reach up. As you exhale, right knee bends, hands come to shoulder height. And we'll stay here this time. Take a breath in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. And we'll find triangle, straightening the right leg as you inhale. And as you exhale, lowering to the right. So reaching the left hand up towards the sky. 2 breaths in, 2 breaths out. Good. Again, deep breath in. Equal or longer breath out. And then we can lift back up, finding both legs straight, both arms out, and then turn both feet to face the wide side of your mat. And we'll come into a wide leg forward fold. As you exhale, come all the way down. Hands might come to the body or to the ground or to your block. Try to relax your neck and your shoulders. Move your breath intentionally in through the nose, out through the nose, maybe a little bit longer of an exhale. Good. Again, full breath in, full breath out. And then as you're ready, we can come to stand. You might slide the hands up your legs, tuck your chin. Okay? Take your time, and once you arrive at the top, take a few moments to feel different sensations throughout your entire body. Good. And then can heel toe your feet back together. Maybe take a moment to stretch your feet. Do a couple ankle stretches. I like to come to point the foot to bring the top of the foot. This will stretch the ankle, the toes. You might take it out to the either side, and then do the other side. So top of the left foot, stretching the toes up through the ankle, up through the shin, and it might feel good to just take a little side to side. Again, working fascia that might build up into the ankle and foot area. Good, and then ground both feet. Maybe pedal the feet out. And we'll be doing our left side, so it might feel best to stay facing the camera so you can see, but you don't have to. But it'll be your left toes facing the top of the short side of the mat, right toes face the wide side of the mat. Again, we want to try to keep the hips and the shoulders facing the wide side of the mat. Bending the left knee, but if your left knee is kind of tractioning a bit, it's more important to have the knee over top of the ankle and the hips a little twisted than it is to have the hips right and the knee twisted. So find that, safe knee posture, arms to the sides. The in-breath will straighten the left leg, reach the arms up. Exhale as you bend the left knee, hands come out to shoulder height. And then 2 more of those. Breathing in, straightening the left leg, reach both arms up. Exhale to your warrior 2. Good, last one. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out equal or slower. And then we'll stay here on warrior 2. We'll take a breath in, a breath out, and we'll find triangle next. So the left leg will straighten as you inhale, and then as you exhale, we'll lean to the left, pressing down through both feet. Right arm lifts. Breathe in 2 times, breathe out 2 times. Gaze can be up or it can be down. 1 more inhale, and then equal or slower exhale. I almost fell over. And then we'll lift up with the in-breath. Turn both feet to face the wide side of the mat. And we'll come to another wide leg forward fold, exhaling all the way down. Hands can come to the ground or a block or your body. You might take a different bind with your arms if you choose to, but add your breath in through your nose Maybe a longer breath out through your nose. Good. Again, the breath here, maybe a turn of your chin side to side if it feels okay. And then we can come up to stand again, taking your time. Maybe tuck your chin or slide the hands up your legs. Okay. Once you arrive at the top, take a few moments to feel all the different feels throughout your body. Good. And we can heel toe the feet in some. Take a step and come back to the top of your mat to your mountain pose. And take a moment to get grounded, getting your feet aligned well, finding your mountain pose. With your in-breath, reach your arms to the sky. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Plank as you breathe in. Exhale as you lower your heart down, and then cobra or upward dog. Inhaling, lift the heart up. Exhale back to your downward dog. Good. Stay here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, let's bring the knees to the ground and let's come into a seated posture. So you can swing your feet around, come to sit. You can find Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet come together, knees wide. We'll inhale, sit up tall, and then exhale, hinge from your hips. So folding from your hips, relax your upper back and neck and shoulders and jaw, and move the breath in and out through the nose, slowly and smoothly. And then when you're ready to, we'll inhale, coming up to sit. And then you can do as you like. I like to sometimes stretch the neck, sometimes lean back and sway the knees side to side. But take a moment upright, and then we'll be moving to our backs again. And have your strap and your block nearby so you don't have to sit up later. You might keep it kind of midway up your mat, but come to lay on your back. Take a moment. Once you're down to ground, right, feeling the back of the head supported, the shoulder blades supported, the sacrum supported. Sometimes I adjust things to kind of lengthen the spine out even more. And you feel the soles of the feet grounded. It might feel good to add a little sway, or it might feel good just to find stillness. Okay, but take another breath. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together, the knees away from each other for Supta Baddha Konasana. Your arms can go wherever feels best to you. Okay, maybe taking them to the body or to the sides or overhead. We'll take about 3 slow breaths here. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Now that we're stretching, I want to take longer exhales. Make your exhale maybe even twice as long as your inhale. But you still want your in-breath to be full. Like, you might breathe into a 4 count or 6 count or an 8 count. And try to breathe out to more than whatever you breathe into. Maybe even double what you breathe into. And that will help your body as well as your mind relax. Right? It tells it to calm, to relax, to chill. And you can stay longer if you like. You can come out as you're ready and just take a few breaths to do or not do whatever feels best to you. And it might be stillness, it might be movement. And try to listen to your body and what the body would like versus what your mind says that the body should or should not like. So I'm just going to try to feel into the body and listen to your body. Good. And we can bring the knees to the chest when you're ready, holding your kneecaps, adding in some massage, maybe circles, or maybe scissoring your knees, or maybe rocking side to side, or circling one knee at a time. But just massaging into the back of your body. Again, you might close your eyes so that you can feel more. You don't have to, though. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw or holding contraction in the feet. And then we can meet back in the center. Let's ground the feet for a moment. Just feel the energy throughout, the lower back and your legs, your torso, your arms. And then we'll find the strap, and we'll take the strap around the ball of the right foot. So, straps around the ball of the right foot, extending the right leg out so that it's straight. And you can adjust your hands on the strap, maybe bring the elbows to the ground so that you can relax your upper body more. Make sure that your shoulders are grounded, the back of the head's grounded. You might leave your left leg as it is, or you might prefer to stretch your left leg out, or in some other variation, but breathe, right, wherever you choose. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, equal or maybe longer breaths. Right? If it's hard for you to make your exhale long, just work on getting it at least equal, right? And we don't want the exhale to be shorter. That makes us anxious, it makes the body tense, it makes things, makes the mind more active, right? So at least get the exhale to be as long as your in-breath. If you can make your exhale longer, that will help, again, the body and the mind relax more, right? It taps into our nervous system. It does stuff in our brains and our nervous system, right? We slow the breath down, specifically the exhale. Right, so let's take the right hand to the strap. We'll reach it up towards the foot, holding both pieces of the strap. And then we'll open the right leg out to the right. And you might choose to adjust your left leg here, right? You might have had it one way and you wanted another way, but adjust, relaxing left side, right side, inside, outside, all the parts of you, and breathing intentionally in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Make your exhales really long. Try to turn off contraction. You can stay here longer if you like. And as you feel ready, you can come out of this. We'll set the strap aside for a few moments and we'll be doing a twist after this, but you might like stillness for a moment. You might like a few knee circles. You might want to tuck in or stretch out or do something in between. We want introspection. Okay. And then when you're ready to twist, it'll be extending the left leg out. The right knee will come to the chest, holding the right knee with the left hand and opening your right arm out to your side, about shoulder height, and we'll twist over to the left. And we'll stay in this twist. And again, we need to intentionally breathe in deeply, maybe 4, 6, 8 count, 10 count, wherever you're at. And then exhale, try to breathe out at least as long as your in-breath, maybe longer if you have it. Right? Get a long breath out. Try a couple more times here. We want to turn off contraction, right? Relaxing the jaw, the face, the neck, the shoulders, the hands, torso, the legs, toes. And as you feel ready, you can come out of your twist. We'll take a few moments before we move on. This is time for you. And you want to come inwards, notice how you feel. And take movement, take stillness, stretch, strengthen. Right? Do or not do whatever honors you. You can take your time, but whenever you feel ready, we'll find the strap again, and we'll do our left side. But I like to kind of get recentered before moving into the stretch. But the strap will come around the ball of the left foot, and then we'll extend the left leg out so that it's straight. You might adjust your hands on the strap, maybe even adjusting your shoulders or your head on the mat so that your spine is long. You're not holding any contraction in the shoulders or the neck or any of those areas. You can adjust your right leg if you want to, or right arm if you want to, but add your breath intentionally, breathing in through your nose fully and deeply, breathing out through the nose, long and slow and completely, right? Getting all of the breath out. Another couple breaths here. Take maybe another slow breath in and out like this. And whenever you feel ready, you can take your left hand, reaching it up towards the foot, holding both pieces of the strap, and then opening the leg over out to the left. You might adjust your right side again if you choose to. And then again, you might close your eyes, relax the jaw and the face and the neck and the chest, and relax the belly and the hips and the legs and the toes, and breathe, right, very intentionally. Let's take another breath, maybe 2 more if you like. And whenever you feel ready, you can come out of this. You can set the strap aside. And you can take a few moments. We'll do our twist in a moment, but take time in between. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your right knee into your chest. Left knee into your chest, right leg extends out. You'll hold your left knee with the right hand, left arm out to the side, and we'll twist over to the right. And then we add our breath, right? Intentional breaths in through the nose, expanding, and intentional breaths out through the nose. And long, complete breaths out, relaxing. You might stay longer. You're welcome to come out as you feel ready and staying present through the transition and after, and honoring how you feel. We can meet with the knees to the chest and the hands to the kneecaps. We'll do some Apanasana where you breathe in and straighten the arms, take the knees away. And then breathe out as you bend your elbows and bring the knees back gently. And again, the in-breath is where the arms straighten, the knees move away. And the out-breath is where we bend the elbows, bring the knees back towards you. One more time. Slow breath in. Maybe a slower breath out. And then when you feel ready, you can just ground your feet. You can rest your hands, your arms, wherever feels comfortable. And noticing how you feel here. We'll be finding our block next and taking the block underneath the sacrum. So lifting the hips, sliding the block underneath your sacrum. You can adjust the block, you can adjust your shoulders, you can adjust your head, your arms, your feet, and adjusting things so that you feel most supported and grounded. And you can stay here. This is a wonderful practice. Sometimes I'll add in a gentle sway of the knees side to side. I'll go through some other options that you might prefer. You're welcome to try something and then say no thank you, or I can adjust things. But other options are to extend the legs towards the bottom of the mat, opening into the front of the hips more. Another option is to bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together, the knees away from each other. Again, opening into hips and inner thighs and groin more. Another option, which is less of a stretch or hip stretch, is more of an inversion, is to lift the feet, bringing the knees to the chest and maybe extending the feet towards the sky. So coming into your supported bridge pose in whatever variation honors you. Arms can also adjust. Like I said, might have them to your body. You might like them overhead in some variation. Okay, but add about 3, maybe 4 more breaths. Okay, deep breaths in. Again, equal, maybe longer breaths out. Try to slow the exhales down. Don't short the in-breath though. Make your in-breath still full and expansive. And then the out-breath nice and long and complete. Take another breath, maybe 2. You're welcome to stay longer. If you took a leg variation, you can slowly begin to work the soles of the feet back to the earth, maybe one at a time. And if you took an arm variation, you can begin to work your arms or hands back down by the block, maybe one at a time. Good. And then you can take your last breath in the supported bridge pose, and as you feel ready, you can lift your hips up, slide the block out, and just resting the hips to the ground. Okay, maybe finding stillness, maybe you find movement or stretching or strengthening. And most importantly, you want introspection and noticing how you feel and honoring that. Okay, we can bring the knees back to the chest, hands to the kneecaps. And let's take a little bit of massage, maybe circling or scissoring the knees. And then let's come to the center, lift the head, lift the shoulders up. You might wrap your hands around the legs, coming into an egg shape. And then we can rest the head, the shoulders down. And let's find a happy baby pose. Knees come wider than the torso, feet towards the sky. You can hold your feet or your ankles or your calves. You might find movement or you might prefer stillness. Right? Add your breath, whatever you choose. In and out, slow and steady. And maybe eyes closed, spreading your attention out through your body and listening to your body. See what would feel good for your body, versus what the mind says should or should not feel good for your body, right? So trying to flipping the communication and the line of communication and opening up into listening to your body and honoring what would honor it, or doing what would honor it. Good. You can stay in happy baby pose longer if you like. You can come out as you feel ready, taking a few moments outside of the posture to feel and do or not do what you like. And we'll do one more thing with the block. This time we'll work on the neck. So we'll take the block underneath the back of the head, and we can turn the block on its medium side. So not the low side, but flip it so that it's on its medium side, resting the back of the head about where the scalp ends, or where the scalp is, and where the scalp and the neck kind of come together. It's about the spot, but wherever, it should feel really, really good. So you can adjust it higher or lower to honor you most. You can turn the chin side to side a few times, massaging the neck. You might prefer to work one side for a few breaths and just do circles or figure eights, or again, do what feels good. Try to leave the brain out of it and calculating what would be best. Right? Kind of come into the feeling, take circles or up and down, or maybe you just want some stillness. Finding stillness with the head supporter like this is also very useful. It lengthens the back of the neck, stretches, decompresses the vertebrae, brings in circulation, flushes out stagnation and toxins and lymph. So do what honors you. Take another 3, maybe 4 more breaths here. You could spend even longer. This is a great practice to build into your life. Maybe just a few moments before bed, or in the middle of the day if you've been hunched over a computer or something of the sort. Just taking a few moments to lengthen out the back of the neck. Massaging it is also useful by turning the head, finding movement. But whenever you feel ready, maybe another breath or 2, or however longer you like. Well, our next pose together is Shavasana. So you can take your time to get there. Maybe, again, you're welcome to stay longer with the neck massage. You might like to add in a twist or a stretch or a strengthen or something else before you make your way to Shavasana. I'll go through the Shavasana cues so that you know where to go when you're ready, but as always, take your time. Shavasana is our final resting pose, where we have the legs extended out along the mat, a little wider than hip distance. Toes roll outwards for a little external rotation of the legs. Arms to the sides with a little bit of space between the arms and the ribs, with an external rotation of the arms. So maybe tucking the shoulder blades under helps. But again, most importantly, we want to be comfortable. So you might prefer to have your arms bent or your legs bent or things adjusted differently so that you feel relaxed and comfortable. Once you are situated, you can close your eyes and just scan the body. Check in with specific places, right? Or maybe working your way around and through different parts, or maybe you spread your attention out and feel all the places at the same time. And we practice turning off contraction, so relaxing. We have to turn off contraction in the face and the jaw and the neck, the shoulders, but also you might be holding contraction around the heart or in the belly or in the low back or in the shin or the top of the foot or the bottom of the foot, right, or in your knee, different areas, in the elbow even, right? We hold tension and contraction in the body unconsciously, so we have to consciously turn it off. Let this be our new relaxed, our new baseline in a way, and we can intentionally tap back into this when we choose to. Right? And this is part of our practice here where we exercise our attention. Right? And your attention will likely go back to the mind, right? Into thinking and planning and this and that and the contracting of the mind and the burning of our energy. So for now, just for the next few moments, we want to redirect back to the body. Feel your heart beating. Feel the breath as it moves on its own. Right? Feel all the trillions of sensations that exist within you, right? All the subtle energies. And we have lost touch with our bodies. We've also lost touch with our intuition by kind of relying on our minds to solve everything. So part of our practice here is to redirect away from the mind so that the body can relax, the mind can relax, but it also opens us up to, right, our intuition, our deeper part of ourselves. So for now, though, we rest, right, relaxing physically as well as mentally. I'll leave room for silence, and then I'll guide us back to close together. But for now, as often as you go back to the mind, redirect back to your body and rest. And just a few more moments as you are. And feeling the breath as it moves in and out of your body. And feeling the heart beating within your chest and the vibration it creates. And intentionally deepening your breath here. Gently awakening the body. You can wiggle into your fingers and your toes, and your hands, your feet, your arms, your legs. You can take your time, move slowly, mindfully, and noticing how you feel. And as you feel ready, you can make your way to your side and into the fetal position for a few moments. And still observing, right? Observing sensations, the thoughts, the feelings. Whenever you feel ready, you can make your way back to seated. Meeting with the hands together over your heart space, maybe closing your eyes once again and just redirecting your attention back to you, right? Reconnecting to yourself and your own vibrational energy, how you feel, Right? And once we know how we feel, we can make better decisions for ourselves. When we make better decisions for ourselves, we benefit all beings. So I thank each of you for your practices. Namaste. Yay! Happy Tuesday,